This is DropTent Media Network.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Right.
Hey.
It's our 60th episode.
Really?
Which means, Is
that why they have me sitting next to you right now?
Yes. 60 is the episode. This is the will they, won't they episode. Yeah.
The romantic tension episode the fans have been waiting for.
Exactly. And since it's a number that ends in 0, we can't just have one fucking guest, right? We got to go big. Even though they would both be huge guests.
Absolutely. In their own right. We got them together. Would you like to introduce our guests?
Philly's power couple. Dorian Vasquez and Rachel Barnes.
Are we a power couple?
I don't know what actually constitutes a power couple.
Yeah, he says that literally about every couple that we have on the podcast. He likes power couple as a descriptor.
Our last guest husband was here, sitting right next to me. Didn't appear on camera. Didn't speak.
Oh, geez.
Like we can both of you a microphone, a camera. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a comic. He was just the husband of the comic.
He just didn't want to sit upstairs on his phone. He didn't want to be like this.
Yeah, he wanted to watch the show. So we strategically positioned him where I'm sitting right now, basically.
I just imagine a guy just sitting like this, just kind of smiling and nodding.
That was kind of what it was. Yeah.
Closer to me than I'm more comfortable, but you know.
Yeah, I'm keeping
he was like right here. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, no, dude, just sit back. It was for your benefit, not mine.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you both here.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having us.
We're glad to be here.
Thank you. You guys,
news to us. We're a power couple. I'm sorry, I'm still on that.
That's fine. No, please digest that information. Take it in.
No, literally, the last time somebody mentioned us as a couple, they were like, "We know you guys are healthy because nobody talks about your problems."
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because especially, Philly couples, their problems do get well publicized.
Yes, very well documented. Social media loves comedy couple drama.
Oh, Jesus.
Not in your case, though.
Yeah, we're boring.
Yeah.
We
go to bed early now.
We did have an argument about Windex
today.
Yes.
What was the argument?
Yes,
I want to know what leads to a Windex argument.
Well, my mom gave us a special window cleaning cloth that you don't need paper towels or Windex to clean.
Okay.
That's the point of it, is you don't use Windex or paper towels. And he takes Windex, sprays it on the window, and uses the cloth. And I was like, "What are you doing?"
Dude.
That's not the point of.
You're supposed to wet the cloth. I'm like, it's the same. It's just a water-based thing. And she's like,
I'm sorry. I'm on her side in this one.
I swear to God, this woman went, "I'm calling my mom."
Yeah, I was like, I'm calling my mom. We need a third opinion.
I'm 34.
But you're still scared of that call, weren't you?
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
All right, fine. Just no. Just
yeah, it becomes fine until the phone comes up. Like, no, you're not really. What?
I'm completely on her side.
She's such a nice lady, and she thinks highly of me.
Not because I care about cleaning, but I want to see the spectacle of a window becoming clean without the Windex or the paper towels. Like,
you just wet the cloth and you wipe, and then there's a buffer cloth that
if we knew the name of the product, we'd be sponsored by it right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not us.
Like, no bus.
Yeah, they would sponsor us until the news segment. At the end
so
of
let's
the
hear their views on Gaza first.
But you guys actually have accomplished something that a lot of comedians talk about, but they don't actually do. You filmed a movie. You filmed a short.
No, we didn't.
No, not us.
No, Rachel has been there throughout every single time I'm in the room going, "Fuck!"
See, I consider that part of the collaboration.
And,
oh my God, effort.
Every single time he does that, I think, the whole movie was deleted somehow.
That almost
calamity.
Yeah.
So you didn't work in it, and you don't act in it, or as an extra, or
no?
That's his. So he leaves the house. You go off and do your own thing.
I've given feedback. He's showed me scenes, and it's a good. So I haven't seen the whole thing, but I haven't seen the whole thing. But he's showed me a scene where I'm like, this is giving me anxiety. I can't watch it right now. Like, it's that kind of movie. Yeah.
So it's a horror, psychological.
You know, it's so funny because like it's not really a horror in the like slasher sense of it.
Okay.
If anything, I think the best way to describe it, it's a suspense thriller.
Psychological, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a grindhousey type thing. That
Nice.
I decided to make.
I think you're wearing merch from it right now, right?
This is the prototype shirt I made. We actually have these for sale now. So
That's awesome. Yeah, it's called Porch Pirate.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I know it's gotten some limited release dates, right?
Yeah, we just did one at Studio Movie Grill with Keith from Up the Block, which was
Nice.
a fun time.
I was supposed to get a free screener. I thought.
Oh, did I not send that to you? Oh shit.
I'm glad you're doing it after your guest appearance.
No, my bad, dude. No, I'll send it to you right now.
I don't know how to
This
get...
is why we
Yeah.
invited
Okay.
you on,
Well,
was to
are
get
you
the
guys
free
are just
screener.
gonna watch? I'm gonna put some headphones in and watch this.
Yeah,
You guys continue the
you
conversation.
just mystery science theatering my movie.
Yeah.
No, hang on to that relationship. What about this fucking scene right here? Yeah. No, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't
I
realize.
wouldn't know how to review it in front of you anyway. Do I just?
No, to be honest though, I've been constantly deleting and re-uploading it every time I find just the shred of something I think is wrong.
Oh yeah.
So the meticulum is ridiculous. Like you by the time you watch it, I'll probably have already deleted it again. It's just what it is.
Like so you watched it. Do you want to be supportive, but like it just feels empty to just say, yeah, it's good. So you have to find flaw in it too, or
Well, I've said things like, oh, the sound's weird, and he fixed it. But I haven't seen the whole thing through.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the what is it? The premiere.
the premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
The screening. Yeah, I couldn't make it to the last one, but yeah, it did give me anxiety watching it, so I don't
That's
like
good.
horror
It's
movies.
effective, right? Yeah.
I also don't like horror movies, but I love him enough to watch his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best review you can give. You'll
Yeah.
watch it, even though you hate
This
horror
lady doesn't
movies.
like fish, but we got sushi on my birthday, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's- we're
How do you
working
not
through
like
things.
fish? No.
I like fish. I like.
No,
It's
I'm just saying.
fine.
Well, I'm saying that you're. What I'm getting at is you're very supportive, and I love it.
Yeah.
So you're just lying to him, like making it seem like a concession so that he has to do something you like later. Oh, I hate fun. All right.
No, to be fair, Rachel's a tremendous artist. Like, she did a lot of textile work. And,
Cool.
Yeah.
I was willing to drive it up to Connecticut for her. For
Nice.
showing, but
It didn't end up happening, but yeah,
What,
But he gets
where
some
would
tension points, right?
he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite kind of points.
when you set out
Yeah,
to do
it's-
something and it falls through, but you get all the
you'll
credit?
do it. Yeah, you still get the credit even though you didn't do anything.
I was like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. Like, I'll just not do this because I got into a show in Connecticut.
Mhm.
And they accepted me a week before the show, and they were like, "Oh, you have to drop it off." I'm like, well, "Okay, I'm not in the show then. I can't make it up there." But he was gonna drive and maybe pick up some shows along the way, and I was like,
Just do
Cool.
what I can.
"How
Yeah.
about I just not be in the show?"
It was just annoying because it's like, wait, I can literally FedEx ground ship this and get this to you guys in like
Yeah.
a day or two. It'll cost us, but I'd rather just get the thing.
Show it. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Absolutely.
But I think there was like specific rules to it because rented spaces and whatnot with art people.
Yeah. What so you're creating visual art then? or-
Yeah.
That's cool.
They're like quilted pieces.
Cool.
Sorry, talking about art on the podcast is just
we
death.
usually just talk about
Yeah.
the art of comedy. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Well, yeah, no,
we
like,
talk about burlesque a lot.
well, no, that's
Dave, let's not
Yeah.
let's not go down that conversation again. We got in some trouble.
it's funny because I get like super like autistic about movies, and I'll just talk her ear off, and she'll be like, "I don't care," which I was like, "Oh, I get," but at the same time, it's like, yeah, she actually has degrees in the
I
thing,
get-
and I'm
I-
like, I'm a dickhead who dropped out of film school.
It gets to a point. I'm like,
Yeah.
why isn't he taking any of my visual cues?
I'm the worst.
He's too wrapped up in whatever he's in how Inglorious Bastards is the best movie ever.
Well, not the best movie ever.
movie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It might have the best movie villain ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Very likable Nazi. I'll
Arguably,
say that.
I mean, it literally refers to itself as a masterpiece in the movie, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
When does it reach for? Wait.
Literally, the last dialogue is,
Oh,
You
this
did-
is my masterpiece.
"Yeah, I think this is my masterpiece." Then just credits. I'm like, yeah, that's how you end the movie.
But yeah, if you take her visual cues, then you guys would truly be a power couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't
But why not have some flaws?
yeah, every couple has its flaws. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of another couple that where both people are like in Philadelphia where both people are like active, unless I'm missing somebody and I'm gonna offend them.
No, offend
sorry.
away.
Yeah, go ahead. That's what we're here for.
Megan and Dan.
Megan and Dan are active
Megan and
still.
Dan. Oh my God. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Megan and Dan.
I actually,
but
I
they-
just did Dan's podcast. I don't know why that didn't
Yeah.
immediately come to mind.
They're also cousins, so they already had.
Yeah, they're Katz's, you know.
No,
I wouldn't
No, it's
take
so
you
funny,
two
I'm
for
like trying to-
related, right? Is that a safe assumption? Okay.
that it's so funny that you mentioned that. That actually, I was telling her about that. That happened with an ex of mine one time. We were in a record shop that I went into frequently, and then like we like kissed in the corner, and we were both Latinos, so
Is that what?
the clerk goes, "Dude, if you didn't kiss her, I would have thought she was your sister." It was like, why the fuck would you yell at?
Yeah.
Thank God this is your store. You could just say whatever the fuck you want. Like, it's like, ew, dude. Like, why? Yeah, just
Yeah, that is weird.
I think that was autism before autism. Like, you just yelling at. Like,
Oh,
used
yeah,
to be able
record
to get
store?
away with just yelling at
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a bonus clip from High Fidelity or some shit, right there. Right? So, did you guys do anything for St. Patty's Day?
I worked.
I
Literally,
went-
story I was telling you before. Yeah,
Oh,
that
where-
was on St. Patty's
Yeah.
Day. I was.
Yeah, you were. Actually, that's a fun enough story to tell on the podcast.
Yeah,
right?
no,
yeah.
it literally just happened too, which is crazy. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's it's like, yeah, some people like if you, oh well, you weren't here for it.
I wasn't here. Yeah.
So I work as a stagehand or in the stagehands union in Philly. So occasionally I do you know, I do a little bit of everything. But I do rigging, which is very specific and very dangerous. I wasn't doing it this day, but the guys who were up top, one guy did not strap himself in and literally slipped off of a beam.
Jesus.
And yeah, it was literally dangling on for dear life.
Oh, wow.
And it's like 75 feet in the air, could have died.
Yeah. And you said he didn't have any of his safety harnesses
no,
on. I
just
heard you
just
say
being a
that.
cowboy, just did not clip in. And no, thank God he's okay, because I know the guy. He's actually a friend of mine, and he's a good rigger. Like he's a good dude. But like, it was such a scary moment because you're literally watching a guy like, if this like 5-10 more seconds, this guy is dead.
Yeah.
How many seconds was he hanging on prior to this? I just want to like.
Oh no, that's the thing is I didn't see when he actually
Okay.
slipped off. I just saw everyone looking up, going, "What the fuck?" And then I go out and I see this guy just hanging on, and these two guys like, "Oh fuck," like figuring out how to like hook him so they can pull him back up. So they couldn't get the safety thing in time, so they literally tied a rope around whatever they could grab, and they helped yank him up so he can take pressure off his hands.
Yeah.
And tough son of a bitch just went right back to work, even though everyone's yelling at him, "Get the fuck down here!
Yeah.
You need medical." He's like, "I'm not done."
That's a union man right there.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, dude, I can never be that kind of worker.
No.
I'm sleeping when I'm dead guy. Like this pain hurts me. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. I was scared for a moment, so I'm just gonna tap out.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rest of the
I
day.
would have. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
just sat there. I would have. I know myself well enough to know that I would have banked on that. I would have been like, yeah, no, you know, I'm just so traumatized, like, and
Yeah.
just not do shit the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I'd be
I
like,
just
"Man,
can't
gotta,
go up there again.
I got a day off."
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know. I just want to put myself in that situation. How long before I'm dead? Like how long do you think you could? Like you got the like just think of the monkey bars with extra adrenaline.
So yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, the two things you have to consider is these guys' hands are his hands are either dirty or they're greased up from all the all the stuff he's using. So it's a gamble on whether or not you have a good grip. And then there's nothing like a bar you're holding onto. You're literally hanging off like a corner. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I'm dead.
Yeah,
I
mean,
I'd be dead. Yeah.
yeah, like literally go to a pull-up bar and just see how long you can hang.
a bar. Well, the
And
bar.
it's
Yeah,
like,
it's not even the
that's-
same grip though. What?
No, not at all.
And don't
I mean,
even
it's
put your hands around it. You have to like
yeah, just
Right,
just
like
put your
hook 'em.
fingers on it
Yeah.
and hook yourself.
But
yeah, the
I
thumb
mean,
can't reach that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the power.
yeah.
That's the power digit.
Well, dude, I will say, like, you get shit tons of grip strength pulling these points up because it's all
Yeah.
motor cable.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Your job is one where most people probably have a very strong grip.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
I have better grip strength now than I've ever had in my life.
Right.
But I'm still like one of the weakest guys in that room. Like I had a buddy describe it as art hands.
Art hands.
Art
Yeah.
hands.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think strong hands when I think art hands. Even though, yeah. They probably,
I'm somewhere in the center. I type a lot.
Yeah. Daintily hold a microphone. Or
Right. Yeah. That's about as tough as it gets.
It would be sick to just hand back a microphone and you just see the digit just like
It's
like
crushed.
indented in there. It's like a
Yeah.
groove.
Do you have because you do real art too? I'm like
The rest
comics
of us, yeah.
and sometimes poet or whatever. So do you have the
resent
extra hand strength from?
Only because I'm a massage therapist. That is not
Okay.
from
Oh,
art.
okay.
Yeah.
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 So
I'm
you have
firm,
a
Yeah,
great
so you got the
I'm a
oil.
firm
So yeah,
handshake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
we're just a couple working class Joes over here.
Yeah.
Some regular Joes.
Just
guys go home.
crushing
Yeah,
handshakes everywhere you go.
go home and arm wrestle.
Like extreme patty cake.
Yeah.
We just glue Legos and thumbtacks. Just that's too much.
But I make art and I do like massage therapy. My hands are gonna in 10 years. I'm not gonna be able to use my hands.
Yeah.
probably.
No, that's the one thing
Yeah.
that sucks is when you do like a specific physical thing long enough and your hand just kind of stays like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I need to drink water and I
Yeah.
need like some Bengay or something. Like just
I need to like exercise to get my like body back to a regular default.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I was exercising with Naeem one time and we're doing that like hex bar thing. And he was like
What's that?
Dorian, where are you?
Is
Why are you-
this a commonly known exercise thing?
Yeah,
or
you'll
am
have
I
to
just
explain
am I
it's
just a
not-
piece of shit?
It's
Okay.
We're not
it's
exactly
literally
gym
it's
guys.
like a weighted bar that you step inside to. It has like a hexagonal type
Okay.
thing. So basically you step inside, you grab it from but yeah, I hold it like this. Like I hold it like with the damn
Oh,
near my
you-
fingertips.
Just in case you're
Okay.
dangling one.
Oh,
day.
this thing.
Yeah.
I've
Oh.
seen this thing before.
And you're supposed
Okay.
to grip it, but I tend to let it go and let it like just kind of dangle in my hands. And he was like yelling, like not yelling at me, but he was like, "What the fuck you doing like that?" I was like, "Oh no, I can. It's fine." And I'm holding it like this
Yeah.
for a while because I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's what I strengthened for work." So,
Right. Yeah, that's where you're most powerful at that grip. Yeah.
yeah, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Naeem's been trying to train comics to do boxing, and I
Yes.
think
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a great idea because comics are very punchable.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah. And also it would probably
yeah.
help certain comics get the violence out.
Is it
Oh, you
comics
wouldn't have to
versus
hear it on
comics or
stage.
comics versus comics or audience?
I think that might be
members?
the next.
Every open mic would have a hole in the wall if people were trained to punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch because you guys come out. You guys see enough suburb comedy to know that these dudes not having any physical strength is probably good for the rest of
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
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 I've heard your thoughts. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're not strong enough to action most of these things.
Well, yeah. Here's the people I'd kill today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like-
Oh my god.
Thank God my arm gets tired around here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, that was kind of hilarious because I'm thinking about the work thing because my whole body has become like a work I work because I work and I do like I try to have work safety on like all the time. Naeem was like one thing he was bitching at me about, or not bitching again, but like he was telling me because when you're training you're supposed to go doing dips and shit and you're like bending all the way over. And I don't bend over. I'm just bending my knees. And he's like, "What the fuck you doing? You gotta like actually bend and dodge these punches." I'm all like, "That's so bad for your back. Like, you gotta do things with your." He's like, "Dude, your fucking legs are gonna hurt more than." I'm like, "Yeah," but he started laughing. He's like, "Oh, like I just fight like an old man. I just don't bend my back."
You're just doing like a little shimmy.
Yeah, like I'm literally squatting away from punches. It's very stupid.
The same with massage therapy. You have to like use your legs. You shouldn't be like you shouldn't use your upper body more than your legs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
I'm saying, you would rather have sore legs than a sore back, right?
Right, and shoulders probably. Right?
Why
Yeah.
are more boxers doing this then?
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
boxers have great legs for that reason because they fucking you're always on your toes. You gotta like constantly move.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the one thing that hurts the most is like your like these weird spots in your back and then your legs are just dead the next day.
That makes sense. You're not used to using them in that way.
No.
You're usually walking or climbing stairs or something, not like
You're like-
dipping and dodging.
2 days of boxing training, and like you just go, I could, you know what? I'll just buy a gun. I don't need to
Right. We've invented ways around this.
Yeah, there's a way to not fight.
Yeah, I don't know why people. Yeah, once guns were invented, I don't know why anybody
would fight after that.
exactly.
Well, the guns used to be slower. I think that was the thing.
Oh, right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, if you missed that, yeah, but that's why they spread out further.
You can get punched in the time that you had to reload.
Right. You'd get one shot before you were getting your ass.
You better
kicked.
hope that shot hits, and this guy hasn't been boxing.
Right. And we can dip and dodge around it.
He's gonna walk up to you
I
like
think you
this.
just made up a fun hybrid sport.
Oh, dude.
Boxers versus bayonets.
Every boxer gets one musket. Yeah, that they get. To
That's
fire
actually
at each other.
You shoot somebody with like one of those beanbag guns, and if they dodge it, you have to hope he can't beat your ass.
Right.
And honestly, if we're having Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson, how far away are we from actually doing this?
You're right. You're right. Make like a trained fighter fight a regular person, but they have one beanbag shot.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna replace Slam Ball, dude. Look out, XFL.
Yeah, right.
Gone too soon.
Yeah.
Do you know Slam Ball?
Only because I'm dating him.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably
I bring up Slam Ball enough times in my life. It's like,
How often in a month does Slam Ball get brought up?
pretty much anytime I talk to Dan Ostrov, I want to say,
Yeah.
but like, yeah.
Yeah. Slam ball sketches, you know.
Yeah. We wrote
Oh.
we wrote we were working on a sketch which may or may not turn into something bigger. It was like a mockumentary of one of the
Ooh.
greatest slam ball players of all time, and it's like, yeah, and it's just
It's
like
Lemaire. No.
actually initially it was Shaner, so I was,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is like, and it just turns out he's like a money laundering piece of shit, like which I think is hilarious, but I don't know, like we still got to work out all the details.
That's fun.
Why did Slam Ball get can't like?
That's
Did
a
it-
good
was it-
question.
Someone had to have fucking hit their
Dude.
head
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah.
Somebody had to like slam too hard. I don't know. Like,
Ooh, a little less slam there.
Yeah.
We need to tone down the slam. Apparently, the slam's a legal liability.
I feel bad for the school that had all those trampolines donated to them.
Well, they took out their floors.
Last I checked, the producer, like the creator of Slam Ball, is like not difficult to find. Like, because I checked,
He's
I
out
remember
here.
I
We'll
looked
get
him
him
up.
on next week.
No, yeah, no, I looked because you look him up. You can look it all up on like IMDb and all that, and you see who actually like made Slam Ball. And then from what I remember, this was like before Lemaire really blew up. We were sitting there looking it up, and he's like, "Dude, you have almost as many followers as this guy. I think you have more now. Like, it's
More followers.
you have more followers than the
That's
inventor of Slam Ball."
A goal for all of us in the entertainment industry.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like, but who do you? Because
I
you
need
get
to be
guys
as
that
big or
can't
bigger
cut
than
it.
Slam Ball. That's
Yeah. You just got to get big, get and stay.
I'm sorry,
bigger
Dave. I
than
didn't mean to
Slam Ball.
interrupt you.
No, I'm saying who do you? Because you get the guys that can't hack it in the NBA or have felonies or whatever. Who?
Well, that's okay. Well, you know what's crazy is how many of those weird sports, because there was And One, there was, I
Well,
think there
and
was
one
another,
wasn't really a sport. It was that's like a mixtape of just the guys that do all these cool dribbling moves.
but they had like a documentary type, like
Oh,
like a real world type thing. It was,
Okay.
I think before, what's the UFC show called? The one where it's like the next fighter or whatever. The whole thing is
Oh yeah, they're
remember they were
training
doing like a
somebody would get
reality show
shot.
I
fight.
know
Yeah,
there's a boxing
Yeah.
one. I didn't know there was a UFC one.
I think there was last I checked. But yeah, I remember they did that. That's how I knew who the professor was and all that. Like when And One was big.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Every kid at school like tried to bounce a ball off someone's head, and
I
everyone
know.
had
And then one of
fight.
them made it to the NBA, and fucking everything he did was traveling.
Yeah. Literally everything was traveling.
Skip to my Lou.
Yeah,
That was his name. They had cool names like that too.
Skip to my.
Sorry. I was
Oh,
watching
yeah.
what Neil was doing.
I've
Okay.
not I've not followed that story, but it seems a lot like the story of the old XFL with She Hate Me. He made it to the NFL and then he sucked. I don't know if you remember
Rod
that.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That first interview was great. Why is your name He Hate Me? Because I'm good. Like when they see me on the field,
Yeah.
he hate me.
He ate me. It's just great. It was a great name. So like history repeats itself here.
I like the idea that he got a deal through his gimmick. Like that's
Yeah.
that alone. It's like, damn, this guy should wrestle. Like
Yeah. he started in the XFL, and just from that name, basically parlayed that into a moderate NFL career.
It's crazy because it's like, a lot of these guys are just like, I don't even know how they find these guys. They just like,
I mean,
hey,
they're
we have
like
auditions.
the guys that just missed the cut to get drafted into the NFL.
He's like, hey, there's some guy waiting, like, hey, I have the next best opportunity for you. Like,
yeah, right. Some like the skeezy guys going
Yeah.
around to gyms, like athletic
some
gyms.
guy with a fedora with a card in it or something.
You would have made that shot if you had a trampoline. Like,
He brings out the trampoline. He's
Yeah.
like, try it again.
Let's see what you got, kid.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's true. They have just people that are trampoline artists, right?
I mean,
don't-
they're in the circus.
Well, trampolining's an Olympic sport now.
Is it?
oh, okay.
Really?
I believe so.
Hmm.
I could just be making that up.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I would believe you that. That's
I heard breakdancing was in the Olympics.
Olympic
I-
breakdance.
I would love to watch
should be.
that.
how
I could
like,
be
it's
made of some. I heard it on another podcast, so it could
I believe
be
it.
bullshit.
It has to
but
be true.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I
I'd be
would watch
an
that.
inch away from the television.
how much is it like you got served? Is one.
Ooh. Yeah,
All
do
the-
you have because I guess most dancing competitions are you do your dance and then you get a score. Is it how dejected you leave the other Paris 2024 Program A, fucking Europeans, as a new sport along with surfing, skateboarding, and sport climbing.
Wow.
How do you climb a sport?
Is that like
I guess
parkour?
no, that's another one. Is like like rock climbing is become like a legit thing now.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Well, that has to be a time trial then, right?
Yeah.
I
think it
how
has to
fast,
be.
not how
Yeah.
how many flips you can do.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that breakdancing is kind of judged the same way like figure skating.
Yeah,
or,
it has to be like
Yeah.
how difficult the tricks and how graceful you are.
Yeah.
I can't tell a good break dancer from a bad break dancer.
Right. As long as you're spinning on that
Yeah.
piece of cardboard, I'm
I
impressed.
was like, it's more energy than I have.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
when you finish your routine, you walk away. How long before you go fucking ow? Like, that's-
You'll be scored on the amount of other countries that go, oh,
Yeah.
after your
yeah, it's really based on the O's. Like that's
Yeah.
battle rapping should be in the Olympics next. Roast battle.
I would watch
roast
Olympic.
battling.
I would
Olympic
watch
roast
all of
battle.
that. Yeah. Although
Olympic-
I feel like Olympic roast battling would get pretty problematic. If you have
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
if you have
It would
all the
just be
countries.
Like people just would be racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
openly.
It would be
Yeah.
acceptable
once you
racism.
find
Yeah.
once you find the formula, how do you move past it? Is kind of the
Yeah,
thing.
you wouldn't be able to do like random brackets because
What's
it would
the,
be like Iran, you've drawn Israel, and it'd be like, oh god.
That would be the most watched
Of
Olympic
course.
event ever, though.
Of course, but it would
Yeah.
be. A
Oh,
good
that
look.
joke just bombed. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, your country still has enough to qualify as a team.
Oh, that's
yeah.
yeah. Whoa!
Oh, yeah, you're getting the O's. You're getting that O score up at that point.
Yeah.
It's judged on how many times the judges run around their own table. It's like, whoa, shit.
I think that would be the first. That would be the one thing to literally break the internet, though.
Olympic level
It's
roast
just-
battle.
Yeah.
Global roast
Other
battle.
countries roasting each other. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The country's sending their best
Yeah.
to roast each other.
I feel like Germany would lose every time.
Oh, yeah, they
It
don't
would
have-
just no one could top a Nazi joke. Come
Right.
on. Yeah.
They would be playing with a handicap for sure.
Shout out to half our audio listeners, by the way.
We have a strange German audience.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Oh.
for some
Oh, in that
reason-
case, they would win
There you
all
go.
the time, dude.
Yes.
It's almost like they're Superman or something, Anyway, thank you for listening, Germany.
Ich bin ein Olympian or whatever.
I don't know. I think they'd have a pretty good rebuttal if you made fun of them for being Nazis, though.
I feel like they've been working on that rebuttal for a while.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I think-
they.
well, They kind of try to sweep it under the carpet, though. I think more of a pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everyone's-
they'd be open about it. They'd be like, well,
I mean,
yeah,
you'd
like-
have to
roast
be. You have to
battle.
be rabbit
Yeah.
your own atrocities.
Be Rabbit Atrocities. Let's write that down too.
I like how I'm taking a high horse as an American.
Yeah, it's like
I was like, we've probably done way more than
yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
that's the genocidal slavers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, America wouldn't do too well in them either.
We're a melting.
They do the
Yeah,
same
we're
thing to the Japanese.
yeah, we're a melting pot of atrocities, but like
Yeah.
none of ours are like the most severe atrocity. So we always skate by as the silver medal for atrocities.
They sent the worst people to Australia, and they're still better than
Yeah.
They actually get along with their Aborigines, from my understanding. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know Australian history.
Better than
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
That's the problem.
I was like, probably not, but I
Yeah.
mean, I
Less-
don't know. You never have. I mean, I don't know if there's an like Aborigine Lives Matter.
I'm
I-
sure there is. I'm
There
sure there
probably
is
is.
in
There probably is.
Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't, or they didn't genocide as many Aborigines as we did Native Americans. So I think that's probably,
That's
there's probably the same problems if I had to guess, like culturally,
the
but
joke didn't work. I don't feel like explaining it.
Oh man. Yeah, but America would be in a weird place because I would think we would have some of the best roasters. You take all of America and you're going to get some really strong, powerful roast comics. But right, we have some of the worst shit.
We'd be caught
to
off.
defend.
Yeah, we'd be caught off guard because we don't think there's anything wrong with us.
Oh yeah.
So much of the world hates us,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
what did we do?
And we barely know our own history, so
Yeah, yeah. It would be like a
yeah.
8 Mile situation.
Yeah.
They'd be like, America's parents got a real great marriage. We'd be like,
Yeah.
oh no, we don't have a
We're
comeback for
literally the
this.
2003 Lakers when it comes to just roasting other. Like, America is so much better media wise than everywhere else. Like,
Right.
it's just. Have you seen our porno? No, it's, like, it's top tier.
No, I'm
I know it's a
True.
little bit.
It's true. We are probably the porn capital of the world, despite Germany's best efforts. Germany tries.
Oh,
But,
man.
I
So many
mean,
places are people are catching up.
There's some interesting things out there on the internet.
they have
Stop
beautiful
getting
women,
weird.
but yeah, nothing takes me out than that random pee. Like, yeah, you,
Oh,
you
dude.
can't fuck with because I'm like I can't risk clicking
They
on
do
this
be-
and seeing someone get peed on. It's not. She's ruined to me forever.
I think Berlin has a whole porn, like citywide porn festival
Do
every
they?
year. Something or porn. Oh, yeah, I think festival is more. At least I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
festival. So I'm trying to think of a better like a festival works.
Yeah. It's called November Fest.
No Nut November. That's yeah. That's only
Oh, it's
us.
the worst time to have the festival.
Yeah.
Everyone's just mad.
So wait, what do they have? Okay, so is it like an outdoor? Is it like a parade? Is it?
No, it's probably like a fringe fest. I don't know, like just
Neil's got
Oh,
the picture.
We've
porn.
got
Oh.
some
The
for
porn film festival. Okay.
the
well,
porn film. Oh, there we are.
I mean, if it's a porn film, that's different. Like,
That's right. It's
Deep
like
Throat
Con.
is a porn film, and it's actually a pretty funny movie. Like, it's like,
Not a dry seat in the house.
hey-o.
I just like the thought, like they're not actually masturbating; they're just,
Artistic
they're actually
artistic.
judging it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
It's
have
a tasteful nude.
I like the idea that there's a guy in the back of the movie of the theater watching his own work the same way I am with mine. Where I'm just like, dude, if they don't like it, I'll just fucking die. Like, I'm just sitting here.
So you're like, oh, I should have like shaved like
"Oh, fuck, I
half
see
a second
frame,
off
I
that
didn't
scene.
Get right. I'm yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do people come up to you? Good job. Like, I'm not touching that.
Yeah. That's the only time where everyone just kind of nods at you. That's how you know you did it right.
I know they have porn theaters, but I feel like
Does that still exist? I think were we talking about that? I was talking about that with somebody. Does that
Yeah,
still?
I'm
I
not
haven't heard
sure.
about since Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
What's his face? Fred Willard. He got caught in a porn theater many years later, but I don't know. I've never seen one.
He's been punished to play the same character in everything since.
Yeah.
I could see him reacting hilariously to me. Oh, so good, Pee Wee.
Yeah. Both hilarious. I imagine hilarious people to catch masturbating in a public place.
Hey, I'm not done.
Got a tissue. Fred Willard would be like, oh, hey,
You're
oh,
under arrest. Ah, it's the word of the day.
But yeah, there's probably maybe like a handful of porno theaters left in the country, right?
There's
the old
gotta
mom
be
and
some.
pops.
Like,
Holding
I know there's,
strong.
like-
Knob is this what Neil's looking up now?
there's like adult media arcades or whatever, which is basically like jack off booths in like the back
Yeah.
of a thing. But
and
I don't know if
Street
there's-
Fighter.
Yeah, yeah, it's right next to Street Fighter. The glory hole's actually underneath the game.
I imagine there's like a mom and pop porn theater where
There's
it's
gotta be.
just
I
like
mean-
my dad screened these porn films and his father before him.
To be
And I'll be
fair, yeah,
damned.
like in Los Angeles, there's definitely still like there's got to be at least some in like West Hollywood and all that shit.
Right.
It's like,
I'm trying to think. All the best porn theater scenes are Scorsese movies. Now that I think he's like, yeah, great Taxi Driver scene where he takes his date to one.
Best,
yeah.
Departed. They
oh yeah,
Jack
damn.
Nicholson puts the dildo on his shoulder.
That's right.
That is funny. That is funny to think that like he was like, yeah, and then he's in a porno theater, and somebody had to go like, Marty, you know those don't even exist. Yeah, just put it in anyway. Like,
He's like super religious, right? So it's funny
it?
that he's the one bringing all our porno theater media.
yeah.
So
Thank you, Marty.
To be
That's
fair,
insane.
the baddest guys go to porn theaters. I think was his.
Yeah, you're right. It's always like the scumbags that are
Yeah,
going to.
I'm
the
trying to
porn
think what other
theater.
movies had porn like the porn theater. Fucking American Werewolf in London's the only other one that comes to mind. Like
Yeah,
that's because
I'm not
that's just one
familiar.
of my favorite horror.
that's a
movies.
good one. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
But is that a porn theater in London?
Yes, it's in Piccadilly Circus because apparently, well, in like the 70s and 80s, it was all porn theaters and stuff. It's
Yeah.
basically the equivalent of like
What's theirs
the New
called?
York Strip.
The Globes.
You have to masturbate in the booth with your pinky up. That's the difference.
Is that how British people
Yeah,
met? One
They got
pinky, up.
up. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's dainty.
Actually, the end of their porn is always they come on a saucer first.
One lump or two. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Enough of
Okay,
that.
all
Enough of
right.
that.
Oh man.
Did you briefly want to touch on the political divide? That's
Oh, right.
erupted
Speaking
we're
of
on
while
the-
we're talking about boobs,
yeah,
if you guys are on Twitter still,
I just saw this image today. I feel
Yeah.
yeah.
Sydney Sweeney's boobs are apparently an issue of political divide in this country. This isn't even the first one. The first one was the week after Gillis hosted, when she hosted SNL, and they showed a picture of her, on full display, and the caption was, "Wokeness is officially dead."
I hate that I have no idea who this person is. I'm like nice boobs.
I've only seen her in A Handmaid's Tale, and that's about it.
Oh, she's not.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't,
she's an
wait,
actor.
she's in The Handmaid's Tale?
I think so.
I've seen it. Wait,
It's
she's in Euphoria.
Euphoria
yeah, I
is
know.
the Madam Web. She's one of
Okay.
the webs. Or
She's
what-
one of the webs.
I don't
Yes,
know, I didn't-
correct.
Night of Living Webs.
What was that show? The hotel show. That hotel, the White something
She
hotel.
White Lotus.
Yeah, White Lotus.
Wow,
White
she's in
Lotus.
everything I haven't seen.
Everything sucks. Immaculate. Okay,
Okay.
Immaculate's the yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I thought you were just making an opinion statement with everything sucks.
No,
You're
no,
like,
no,
White
I'm sorry,
Lotus.
I'm reading.
I
I'm
said
reading
everything
about-
sucks was a thing she was in.
Oh, she was in Robot Chicken. I watched that in high school.
Okay, she was in Night Teeth.
Wait, Robot Chicken's still a thing?
Maybe not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. It
it
looks like
says till 2000. Well,
two-
not anymore. 2022.
Okay,
No.
so wait.
Anyway,
so-
you guys are pretty left of center. Do you feel the right is winning with this image?
But she does.
I
They
don't
don't
even know what
that
they're
image.
trying to say.
yeah,
Like,
what is this about?
just-
At the
So
Glad
She's at
Media
the Gay Lesbian Alliance, whatever AD stands for.
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
it's Republicans are forgetting that liberals like titties too. Like that's
Yeah.
just because if you were to broad stroke it, you would say that like the liberals are the ones saying like, oh, we can't show that or whatever. No, everyone likes like gay men love giant boobs in my
Yeah.
experience. So that's not
who's-
surprising to me.
You know who's been keeping burlesque alive is gay liberals. Like
Yeah,
just-
you're absolutely right.
Why-
Although
why are
Dave
we-
and I won't take a position on that because we've run afoul of the burlesque community in the past.
Oh
so.
really? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
excuse
Oh,
me.
I got spit on.
Dave got spit
we're
on by a
both over
burlesque
it
dancer.
I
I'll never,
complimented her for the record.
I'll
but
never be
anyway.
over it. We buried the hatchet, but yes,
Yeah.
you're right. There are a lot of gay men or gay people involved in a lot of things that you
Oh,
would
that's
think
good.
are aggressively
So
straight.
so wait, who's having problem with it's? So wait, I'm assuming this guy
This is a
tweeting
right wing-
this is a right wing guy.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah.
I've never heard of him personally.
Liberals have lost
control.
control of even the gay this what?
Because
So
she
the
showed
cra-
up to the gay awards in that dress or what the gay awards.
Fucking
How
lesbians
dare she
don't
look like a
exist?
straight woman?
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
they think. They think, I guess, women
She's
being
gay. Is
women being feminine
Am I-
is a slap to the face of liberalism.
Yeah,
or
I want to see
whatever.
what this guy looks like. That's what I want to see.
I always want to
What
see
is
that.
Richard
Hanania.
Looks like just a dude.
Dick Mania? I'm just gonna call
Dick
Dick
Mania.
Mania. What is this? How the fuck do you pronounce that shitty last name of his? Like
It's not American.
Hanania.
Hanarnia.
He's
Hanania,
trying to
yeah.
say that like
Bro, like
that
get a
anyone
short
that
name.
likes
He needs
her
to come out of
titties
the
can't
with the
be
wardrobe.
a
he needs to come out of the wardrobe.
Yeah. Well, look at this guy.
Oh, no, that's a way scarier.
It's like an
he
unpainted
picked his-
Joker.
Yeah, he picked his profile picture well. That is a creepy looking dude.
Yeah,
He
he had
looks
so
like-
many other pictures.
He
could
looks
have
like
come up
the
with.
new Crow. The fuck? This looks like the guy from Bucks
Ooh.
County who cut his dad's head off.
Yes,
like,
it does.
Political
looks
science
exactly like that, dude.
researcher.
He's a science researcher.
he's
Political
a
science
Oh,
researcher,
political science
yeah.
researcher.
But like, okay, so
Right-wing
he's a
political
right wing
commentator.
guy.
So I guess the argument is
He's
that
the kind of political scientist that refers to himself as a scientist.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he looks like. Like
he's
he looks
researching
like a-
woke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he thinks that only that if the left had their way, that they would all just be butch lesbians, I guess. And femininity is a right wing only factor. now.
I should say that he hates your people, just so you know.
I mean,
Which one? You,
So,
we
yeah,
have a
I
Latino,
I don't have
we
the
have a
highest,
Latino and a
actually-
Jew. Yeah, we have a
actually-
Latino and a Jew here. Who do you mean specifically?
I don't have the highest opinion of what they're doing all over the world right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna bring him up again because I usually try not to bring up white supremacists like
Sure.
on camera just because they're dickheads. But yeah, between 2008 and early 2010s, he wrote for alt-right and white supremacist publications under some pseudonym called Richard Hoste or whatever.
And he's in my algorithm.
Yeah, well, he's trying to claim ownership over boobies and cleavage,
Yeah.
and I don't think that he can do that.
And he tried to
I'm
dis-
like,
he tried to
if this
dis-
is a point of like, this is a point of contention that he's just putting out this woman's
Yeah.
like picture like that. And first off, fucking, are there not bigger issues?
It just means
Like, you know what I mean?
I think it
Wow.
means we're
It
done.
seems like such a non-issue.
I think it means the country's done because there should be universals that we all agree on. Pizza, Sydney Sweeney's boobs.
Yeah,
And if they're like, what are they gonna? Oh, pizza parties. Left wing loses.
we could. Which you would
Pepperoni
think
pasties, dude.
Pizza parties would be left wing because it's like a social.
Oh,
thing,
so wait,
'cause everyone
pizza parties-
divides up the pieces.
Oh, pizza
Right?
parties are slapping the face to the right.
Yeah.
Then.
That's right, because you got your
Pizza
very
is
regiment.
socialism.
That's
I
right.
think if there's a draft of things that we can, if we can draft them to have as our own. So you think pizza or Sydney Sweeney's boobs are the first overall pick, and then we're grabbing the other one with the second pick.
Oh, that's tough. There's going to be a lot of smoke screens there because both have like pros and cons against them.
If you had to have one in your hand, Rach, would you prefer to have a slice of pizza?
I
or a
can't.
Sydney
Oh my God.
You can't
what
have
kind
I'm
of
having a much more visceral reaction to the tit. So
I mean,
what if it's like Wawa pizza?
I've never.
It's actually not as bad. as you
I know
would
because
think.
I got it for free. Like, I had the free thing on the app, and I tried it, and I did not feel great the next day.
I can never get tired of pizza. It's just
Yeah.
my thing. It's like I'm not gonna say I'll ever get tired of boobs.
Well, I mean, if you're just holding them, but like,
Like, no, but I mean, if I had to have one,
Right. And also, right, it's just Sydney Sweeney's boobs, not boobs overall, and it's pizza
No, I think-
overall. I got to take pizza.
I think it's
I'm going-
because if we're doing specific boob, then we have to do a specific pizza too.
Okay.
so wait, this is the same argument that they made for I mean, is this isn't even like in the same category as like say Katy Perry on Sesame Street or something. Like it's like
No,
she's at an actual event for
right. She's just dressed up to go to an event.
They can't claim Katy Perry's boobs though, because she kissed a girl and she liked it.
I mean, yeah.
Terrible talking point for the right.
Yeah, literally it's over. It was like, hey, oh.
But it is funny
So-
how they are trying to say that like going to a gay event with big boobs is like a strike at the heart of liberalism for the right.
Yeah,
Like,
she went.
how? She's
You better have
attending a gay event.
You better have a blazer over those big boobs if you go to a gay event. Yeah.
Hundreds of gay men
It's not
walked
like
in.
it's not
Zero
like
gay men walked out. That's how powerful those boobs are.
That's right.
It's not like does she have a tattoo on her nipple that says Trump 2024? Like,
I
how
think
would
she
you
has a
strike
right wing
at-
family. I think they threw there was pictures of her at some party, and there was
So-
people wearing MAGA hats. But I think it was like a theme party, so they were like dressed up like that. I don't know if they're actually, and even
They're throwing MAGA theme parties now.
they're throwing every kind of theme parties.
Yeah, I guess if you're Sydney Sweeney, you're going to theme parties every night, probably. You're just getting invited to every time there's a theme party.
Boy, you made me happy. I'm not famous. That sounds exhausting.
That's all fame
Having a
is. It's
different
just a-
costume every
lesbians
night. Yeah.
who
A new costume
notoriously
party.
hate hot women. That's the first thing that stood out in this article to me. I'm
Mm.
sorry, I didn't mean to
Right.
interrupt.
Oh no. I had
Yeah,
I had no point.
This is on a narrative that no one holds, right? This is
Yeah.
what Dan was talking about. Like he seemingly is trying to just
This
Put
this
a-
honestly sounds like it's written by a guy who doesn't leave his house and bases his opinions on what he thinks people ought to be.
That's kind of what we do.
There's a yeah.
Yeah, touch grass, king.
Yeah, but that's a growing population. That tweet probably got like 50,000 likes.
Yeah,
I mean-
it made the round, that tweet.
I'm
but I mean,
guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there really are a lot of bitch ass dudes like that though. They just like fucking. Yeah, I
Oh.
totally agree with this. Yeah, I
Right.
remember I used to be angry.
I could,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I love reading it for some like I watched the new Star Wars trailer today, and like Black Jedi comment section. Yep, first thing someone went out like, oh, Star Wokes or whatever.
Star Wars.
They already had Sam Jackson. Wasn't that enough?
Yeah.
It's like, guys getting pissed. Dude, it really is some shit like that. It's literally they gave you one little speck of color in the back, and they're like the fucking wokes. It's like
I know.
it's
yeah.
so like it's so
Yeah.
over the top.
Oh yeah.
Well, an entire country banned it because two women kissed, like the celebratory kiss at the end, not like background characters, not characters with names or anything.
Yeah.
As once they defeated the Empire.
There's no gays in space. Like,
I know those are the only two in all of Star Wars too right now, right?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this is a planet. There's literal planets and races of different things, but
Yeah. Well, Disney's trying to walk that thing where like they had the last trilogy that they had to write, I forget his name, the Black Stormtrooper out of basically the third movie because China was like, no, we don't like him as a main character. You downgrade
Yeah,
him. And then
yeah.
Disney was like, okay, so we're going to do movies now where it's like, hey, look, new cool twist character and they're a person of color, but they're going to be like a C-list character by the end of the movie.
we basically dropped a. I'm gonna say person of color. I'm not even gonna say black, but like black guy
Black guy.
from the lead because China was like, nah.
Yeah, basically China
Wow.
is very racist against black
Yeah.
Well,
people.
they had two different
Oh,
posters too.
Now I'm for banning TikTok, them racists. We had this argument last week.
They had two different movie posters for like the American poster was the three main characters,
Yeah.
all the same size, and he's like this little in the China poster.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in the
Jesus.
background.
And so basically they complained so much to Disney that Disney basically like slowly wrote him out. And then in the third movie of that trilogy, he's not even in. He was supposed to be as big of a character as whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
like-
Yeah. Well, they literally wrote out the Chinese character
right.
or from the third movie too. Well, it was just because they played ping pong. Well, I shouldn't use that sport. Tennis. They played tennis like
Yo, take-
with the
yeah,
scripts. They had
comment
two different people writing, and they disagreed with what the other one did, so they kept changing their. They had a very strong plan in place for the biggest movie franchise of all time,
Yeah.
and then the other one just corrected what the other one did. It was very sloppy. So
It
he's
was-
like, I didn't like that character, so
I
I'm
did-
just gonna have.
Yeah,
her-
I didn't make it through the final.
Yeah, it was.
I tried twice and I fell asleep both times, so I'm missing a big chunk of
I
it.
I skip all these franchise movies. I skip now. I'm
You're-
at that point.
You're an indie art director. You're
The auteur.
No,
Yeah.
it's so funny. I hate saying that, knowing that like, oh yeah, look, go watch my shitty movie. That
go A24. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I guess.
No, I know what you mean though. These
Oh
big
God, I would love to be fucking picked up by A24. Oh, I would
A24.
come so hard.
If you're watching, Porch Pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like those big tentpoles, though, a lot of them lack art to them. You know, they're just like kind of a paint by numbers focus group style.
Yeah, it's well, it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. Like every shitty movie that has come out, like the Madam, like everyone talks shit on like the Madam Webs and Morbius and all that. Those were written by the same writers that write almost every other shitty movie you've seen.
Right.
And they're just job writers.
Yeah.
They're not creative. I hate the fucking book. What is it? Save the Cat.
Oh,
Everyone
God.
told me, "Oh, you should read this," and I read it after I wrote scripts, and I'm like, I get what it's telling me, but also who wrote this? Oh, a guy whose only like big movie was fucking Blank Check, one of the biggest piece of shit ripoffs of the 90s. I mean, it's just fucking Richie Rich meets.
But as writers
Macaulay
and artists
Culkin,
and stuff, aren't you glad that there's fluff? Aren't you glad that there's stuff you can just have on as background?
Yeah.
Like people make their entire career like, oh, no one will pay 100% attention to this.
Oh no, don't get it twisted.
I'll
I
back
love
it-
a lot of dog shit. I love.
Yeah.
This whole week I've been obsessing over the movie How High because it's so
Oh,
funny.
hell
to me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
been
that
a major
movie.
conversation topic.
Dude, the scene where the bike gets stolen and then thrown into the street, then gets run over 3 different times,
Yeah.
and then another group of people like pull up and just steal the parts. It's one of the funniest fucking things. So I don't hate stupid movies, but
Right.
yeah, no, like it's silly. How much like fucking
No, like-
Godzilla? American Godzilla is fucking Fast and the Furious to me.
Yeah.
now. Like,
Right.
it's,
Yeah.
But
I don't
guess
care that there's a new one. Like,
it's written by people that, because like I tried to write a script and I'm on like year 7 now, and so these are people that get it done in a timely fashion. They're reliable for that.
yeah,
I
no, I
guess.
mean, in the fact, well, the one respect to that is that it is a business and people are going to shill the money for it,
Right.
even if it's a piece of shit. Like everybody is gonna watch it just to shit on it, but at the same time, you're supporting that system.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. Is like you're supporting the system that creates movies you know you're gonna fucking hate.
Right. Disney bought
Like-
Star Wars for $4 billion and they made
Yeah.
$12 billion off of
Yeah,
it. Since,
I'm just saying.
so,
After a while,
yeah.
like I don't know. I didn't watch any of the Fast movies after a certain time. I didn't watch any of the.
They're
like-
guilty pleasures. They're
Yeah, but you know
never
what I mean,
not
like-
fun.
Yeah, but at the same
I will
time,
never pay to see them in a theater.
but
yeah.
but like I'm gonna make myself a hypocrite and say I'm bitching about this while simultaneously going back to like the 70s and watching Godzilla versus Mothra 7 and fucking, you know.
They did that on a shoestring budget, though. They cared about those kaiju.
I mean, yeah, they did.
Sort of.
They did, and then there's Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like there's
Godzilla and Son.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
yeah, he literally
TikTok
like
dancing.
yeah, he literally TikTok dances in an old Godzilla. I'm just saying, like, there's trash I watch.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, there's movies I love that were made on shoestring budgets. But yeah, like these things, they have budgets behind them.
And
it's
they
like,
still suck. Yeah.
yeah.
They have all the money. They have more money than God, and they can't make an entertaining product.
To be fair, you make enough of those and you can afford to lose on a guy who wants to make art.
right.
So
Yeah.
you're
so-
right. Maybe it's something that should exist.
That's right.
So
We gotta go to the
somebody
news.
hire me.
90% of what I watch is fluff because I always have the laptop off. I don't have time to pay attention to shit.
But speaking of
Yeah.
trash that's not for everyone,
Yeah.
it's time for the news section. You want- Shoot the shit, you're talking news. We're here to shoot the shit, talking news. Okay, hey, and we're back. We're ready for the news section. As viewers at home undoubtedly know, all our friends from Germany know the rules to this. Dave and I have written 12 jokes about this week's news cycle. We have not conversed. We don't really talk, which is one of my favorite things about you, Dave.
We
We
don't
didn't.
have any guests lined up. We do need to start talking.
We should probably talk more. You're right. The administration of the show is about to suffer because of our not talking lately. But we've been playing video games and ignoring the administration of the show.
No, I beat Rebirth, so we're fucking good now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we haven't talked about these jokes. I don't know what he wrote. He doesn't know what I wrote. If we have a joke on the same news story, we will have a joke off. Jarring noise will alert you guys and the audience to the fact that it's a joke off. Well, Dave and I are joking each other off. You guys become the judge, jury, and executioners. You get to pick which joke you like better, and then that comic gets a point. I believe I'm ahead by 2. One maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But Dave, would you like to go first?
Sure. Well, hopefully nobody here follows me on Twitter because I already posted this joke, but I'm not going to write another joke on. Yeah,
sure.
All right. RFK Jr. considering Aaron Rodgers as running mate, Rep says. Many thought they'd never see the day that a Kennedy would team up with someone who could hit a moving target with pinpoint accuracy.
I like it. I like that one.
It's a history joke.
Yeah, I can see why you did a Twitter and that.
Well, I saw the news story right after I got home from the last episode. I'm like, I'm not going to sit on that for a week.
You could have also just used the mind blown emoji.
Yeah. All right.
I use words. No.
Yeah.
I'm an auto. No.
All right. President Biden to sign executive order aimed at advancing study of women's health. Or, as Joe put it, America is finally going to prove the existence of that dagnab G-spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's only a contest if we do the same joke.
Would it be funny if he even just messed up like that damn H spot? He's like, doesn't even know the right letter.
Yeah, Mr. President.
That damn.
We actually found the Q spot.
Yeah.
That's only on right wing. Yeah, that's the right wing.
Oh, it's the
G spot.
Take that, liberal women. We got an extra spot. All right. PETA pressures First Lady Jill Biden to swap eggs for potatoes at annual Easter egg roll. And in expressing their desire to replace something fragile with something rotund and blemishy, PETA may have also revealed how they plan on voting.
Former Vice President Mike Pence will not endorse Trump for try that again. Former Vice President Mike Pence will not endorse Trump for president. A spokesman for Trump said Pence was ungrateful that after President Trump nominated him to be the highest hanging Republican in government. This is how he treats him.
Hey, what are you, me?
Yeah,
I normally stumble over
that was fucked from the block there. Okay.
Transgender recognition would be blocked under Mississippi bill defining sex as man or woman. It took them hours to come to this decision, mainly because all of Mississippi's best and brightest kept giggling every time someone used the word sex.
Vladimir Putin wins re-election in Russia with 88% support, though a record 12% of Russians choosing instead to be thrown out of the nearest window.
Yep. All right. Billy Baldwin makes fiery threat after Sharon Stone says she was urged to sleep with him. Yeah, he said if she doesn't stop spreading nasty rumors, he's going to get his brother cast in the next movie she's in. I talked too much.
We got
shit
there.
already.
Yeah, that's right. It's spreading all over the couch here. Okay.
Yeah.
The GOP officially ended its minority outreach program, though they say they'll continue the unofficial program where they reach out to minorities only to slam them against cop cars.
Squatters would get booted immediately under bill lawmakers in Florida unanimously passed. Lawmakers said with this bill, they hope to make Florida lead the nation in people that you can legally shoot.
Neil, could you do something for the next joke that I'm about to tell? Not this next one. Can you go to my Instagram? I've got a visual cue for not this one, but the next joke. Pornhub has blocked the state of Texas over age verification law. In move to compete in the Texas market, Brazzers subscriptions will now come with a free gun.
Oh, is this where you wanted to show it? No, I'm not showing it. No one sees it. This is the problem with this podcast. The problem with this podcast is I'm doing it with two children.
That'll be the next joke. That'll be the next joke.
And yes, this is the next joke. No one else can see it, just you guys in the studio, but you give it away every time.
Quite jarring, I know.
So it is jarring. I know. I'm excited to hear the joke. If you guys, they don't see it in the studio. It's pretty wild. I'm excited.
All right. Planet Fit. Wait, is it my turn now?
Yes,
or
it's your turn.
can
Go
we
ahead,
have
buddy.
this picture up?
I'll get this off screen. I'm going to get it off screen. No one can
It
see
literally
it.
has nothing to do with my joke, but I'm okay. I want that to be the background.
I know, right?
Planet Fitness revokes woman's membership after she snapped photo of transgender woman in women's locker room. Unfortunately, while Planet Fitness' stance against transphobia shows their hearts are in the right place, they did just show everyone the new easiest way to get out of your gym membership.
Okay, here you go, guys. You've seen it. The audience are about to. Here we go. Donald Trump predicts a bloodbath if he loses the election, though he claims he was taken out of context, as he was referring to the tradition of every losing Republican candidate getting a free weekend vouchers to Mitch McConnell's Virgin Blood Spa.
I liked it
man,
better
it
for
cut
the
over
last
to the
joke.
other guy.
You liked it better just as a non sequitur. He's taking a bloodbath.
If you just didn't write a joke and pointed and went this.
Look at that. Look at that. I might keep that on my Instagram. Usually I take off the visual cues, but that one I kind of like. It took me a couple minutes.
All right. Well, here's one our German listeners are gonna love. This is a bad one. All right. Former California rideshare driver punched rider after thinking man was Jewish or Israeli. DOG says. People should have seen the red flags with this driver when he suggested that certain passengers have their 1-star rating sewn onto all their clothes. That's probably not going to be a clip.
We'll leave that for the real fans that watch the whole news segment. The Philadelphia Phillies are scrapping dollar hot dog nights following unruly fan behavior. And while many unruly fans across America have been denied alcohol, Philly fans have now become so violent they can't be trusted with discount bologna.
I think the picture would go great with that.
That would be
joke.
good with that one too. You're right.
That
It would be
Philly
good.
Stadium's a bloodbath.
I could just Photoshop Phillies hats onto them.
It's a night
You
after
could
all
find a
hot
picture
dogs.
of Trump with a red hat. I think you could probably make that an easy Photoshop.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. And in a bathtub. All right. Mike Tyson issues intimidating message to opponent Jake Paul ahead of fight. To show that he could be bringing out the Mike Tyson of old, although at his advanced age, he may need the ear mushed before nibbling on it.
I like that. Good visual there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mike Tyson is still a scary man.
Oh,
yeah. I still wouldn't fight him.
I'm
even at his age.
hard rooting for him.
I like that
Yeah,
joke,
same.
but I wouldn't laugh at it in front of him.
No.
Like I don't
I
like
mean-
I like him, but I don't like boxing. So because his fights are over in 3 seconds. That's like as
Oh,
much
yeah.
boxing as I want to watch.
Oh,
Just
I
someone get destroyed.
didn't get it, and now I'm just remembering that he bit off somebody's ear.
That's right.
It
Yeah.
took me. I was just like,
she don't foot.
It's for us
Oh,
olds. Us
yeah.
olds.
Yeah.
I remember it, but
Okay. He did it twice.
Yeah.
oh, he
Did-
did.
oh,
twice.
keep
yeah,
him
in the same
down.
night, right? Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eargate.
U.S. abortions reach highest level in over a decade, which makes sense as they recently become limited edition type purchases.
I like that one.
Love it.
Sorry.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Goodie. It's a goodie. Michael Rappaport and Deborah Messing denounce Oscar winner's speech with 450 other Jewish entertainers. Those two are headlining the group, though, as a way of promoting their upcoming new sitcom, Will and Disgrace.
Sales of Yeezy shoes lead Adidas to donate $150 million to anti-hate groups. Going one step further, the company said it was changing its name from its normal soccer theme to, quote, "All day I deny anti-Semitism."
Hey. That was cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
he-
Made a-
okay, yeah.
Yeah, instead of all day I dream
We
about
had to,
all day I
we had
dream
to
about
make
soccer.
sure it was accurate in
Yeah.
our heads before we
Yeah.
could react.
Instead
to
of
the
all day I
joke.
dream about soccer.
Yeah. Arizona lawmaker announces intention to get abortion during floor speech. And the crazy thing is, she's not even pregnant. Sometimes I get lazy.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's one that's probably like that. As AI tools get smarter, they're growing more covertly racist. Tech experts predict if AI gets any more conversational and any more racist, we risk a full automation of stand-up comedy podcasts.
All right, 2 more. You're doing good. Hanging in there. Kennedy family makes St. Patrick's Day visit to White House without RFK Jr. The joke turned out to be on them not inviting him to their kegger, though, as he's the only Kennedy that night that didn't drive his car off a bridge.
Bruno Mars allegedly gambling away tens of millions in Vegas. Some say MGM basically owns him, which finally explains why Bruno dresses like a genie you can only summon by spinning a roulette wheel.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last
Have
one.
we made another album since 24 Karat Magic? It's about time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever he makes is going to be owned by the MGM casino establishment.
It's literally going to be called MGM. Owned by MGM.
It's going to be called Bellagio. Yeah.
All right, last one. Trump says Jews who vote for Democrats hate Israel and should be ashamed. Him laying a guilt trip on them might actually work in his favor too, because no matter how hard they try not to, Jews always end up voting for someone that reminds them of their mother.
All right, my last one. It's good. Olivia Rodrigo hands out Plan B contraceptives during St. Louis concert. Not to be outdone, Taylor Swift will now be examining her fans for vaginal polyps during her new 2025 OBGYN tour.
God damn it.
Thank you. I'm glad you're on board with the visual, creating the visual.
Vaginal polyps.
Thank you.
It's just. Just
Just
all the consonants.
keep coming up on the screen. I know you were a big fan of me telling you about some of our hate mail that we've got in our comment section.
We got a good
before,
one.
So I had to copy and paste this one for you guys. This is on a joke Dan made about Katie Britt last week. Hashtag no one cares podcast where a fat dude zooms his gay and friends for their unpopular opinion as wheel.
I think he's saying gay.
I thought I was having a fucking stroke. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Holy, what?
I did not alter this at all.
I was hoping you'd just like bring up good going Jew.
I know you were.
Good job, Jew, with a skull and crossbones. That may have been.
You should just change the name to Gay and Friends.
Oh my god, Gay and Friends.
Gay and
is
Friends.
great.
Gay and
One
friends.
word. Yeah.
Gay and Friends, a product of Viacom.
Yeah. All right. So what do you guys got coming up? Well, individually. Yeah.
Okay.
Shows.
I'm gonna be at the Friendly Lounge show, April 5th, and then I'm gonna do Backdoor Comedy, on 420.
Oh,
Cool.
Sweet.
I wonder what the theme will be.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, no, I made a movie, Porch Pirate. That's my shirt for it. We just had our first premiere, so we're doing our next screening at the Velvet Whip in Philly next week.
Cool.
That's a speakeasy, so you have to buy your ticket on Eventbrite, so you can actually get the address.
Or we could have you on a podcast and get free tickets.
You guys, yeah, you're definitely.
You already got a screener. What more do you want?
I didn't get it yet. Oh wait, you
I
just
just
sent it
sent
to
it,
me
yeah.
while I was sitting here. Okay.
Otherwise, the next gig is, the next screening after that is April 13th. That's a Saturday at Zembo Temple, the skate shop in Fishtown. And right now we're looking to booking other spots. We actually may have gotten a funeral home in Delaware
Nice.
to show it. So that's going to
cool.
be interesting. Look out for that because we have more dates coming up.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And do you have any comedy dates coming up that you want to promo?
No, I ain't funny, dude. They don't, they don't. No, nobody books me for comedy anymore. It sucks.
Well, then you're in good company.
Yeah. No, yeah, some fucking book me.
Hey, wait, I have a show this week. No.
Oh, you do?
I forgot
wait,
the name
do
of the
I?
place.
Actually, no, I think I do have things, but
I'm just lucky
don't
I
care.
happen to be booked. I've been on
We-
podcasts. They're just like, so what's coming up for you? I'm like, ooh.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we do this
my
every week.
default line is check my page.
Yeah. Yeah. We do this every week, and plenty of times it'll be like, well, no, not this week, and probably not next week either.
Yeah. No, but if you follow me at Baby Goblin Productions or at Dirty Deeds, DURRDEEDEDZ.
Do you have
Oh,
that? You
I have
have
that
that
up
up
on
on there?
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to get in the description right now, you actually go over to their YouTube and accounts. You can check out all their
Yeah.
stuff.
BabyGoblinProductions.com has all the dates and stuff. So yeah.
Cool.
You can follow me at Rachie Barnes on Instagram for pictures of my cat. That's most of my content.
Is there
that's what
anywhere-
kills it on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Is there anywhere that you're showing off the art that you?
It's on my Instagram.
Okay,
too.
cool.
And
Yeah.
I've been paying Rachel for paw pics as well. That was a dumb joke. I apologize. I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of this.
It's
Okay.
in good company. It's in good
I only
company.
let Taylor Swift examine my policy.
I understood.
Yeah.
Understood. She's very tender.
Yeah.
Dave, what do you have coming up?
You got to remind me of the name of the place again because I called it Daklack last week or whatever.
Dalek.
Dalek, yeah.
How do I know your schedule? I'm not there.
No,
How do
no,
I know
you
your
corrected
schedule
me
when I'm
last
like,
week too,
it's
and I did
Dalek.
not retain the information.
I
I'm there on-
dude, that would have been the most pimp shit if you were like, Dan, tell him where I'm at.
Yeah,
Like-
it's well today.
I'm just gonna sit back.
Where did you get that menthol cigarette from?
Yeah.
So I'm on that show, friends of the show. Actually, the only one. Eppolite's the host of that show.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
We love Eppolite
love
here.
Yeah.
And maybe some more people I'll meet to, so I can know more guests in the future. I don't know any of the other people on the show. Anyway, Dan, what do you
At Dave Prim Comedy, if you want to check out all his stuff.
You
Yeah.
can check out all of his stuff. I am doing a show this Saturday at the Bootless Stageworks, which is in Delaware.
Hell
Yeah, you can find that information on my Instagram. Although if you look now, you're going to see that horrific photo of Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump in the bloodbath. But pretty soon I will post a flyer for the Bootless Stageworks. So you'll be able to see me on Saturday. Neil, what do you have going on?
Oh yeah, you guys can check out. We got to stop doing this. Don't forget to check out all their stuff on their podcast. Don't forget to check out their YouTube page. Go to you guys. They make me do this every time. They're like, Neil, what do you got? And I'm like, why don't we talk about your Instagram? And I know. So you can check out the Weekday Comics at Weekday Comics Pod on Instagram, and of course check out all their other stuff over on their YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that kind of cool stuff, and you can follow them on DropTent.com. Get all their dates and details there if you want it all in one spot. You can check out all the shows we got coming up over at DropTent.com. As I pan over to just Rachel just now, I have no idea why I did that. Sorry, just got a big shot of Rachel.
Go back to Trump in the bathtub.
Yeah, really, right? Just for the whole
we
thing.
clearly have something to handle.
But yeah, support our little growing network. Go to DropTent.com and check out our shows coming up. Every second and fourth Friday, we have a show almost every weekend. So go check out all the shows in our area. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Sweet.
Okay, thanks for listening, y'all. We will be back next week. Do we have a guest for next week, or do we need to talk about that? We're going to talk about that.
Speak on a non-Tuesday.
Dave and I haven't talked outside of this podcast for 3 weeks, and we're going to figure it out this
And it
week.
shows.
Yeah, it sure does.
I'm trying to think who's in town next week. I just heard a gunshot. I hope my car's okay.
It's not.
If it's still here, you're out of the game. All right, thanks for watching,
Yes, we'll
everybody.
see you next week.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is comedian Neil Wood and
Adam Nutter.
we can't do it like that. You have to sound like a human being. This cut, that's insane. Because I'm realizing how little you're talking.
Adam Nutter.
I could just take, if you just want me to, honestly, you know what we need to do is we just need to get that clean.
Adam Nutter.
And then I'll just pop it in wherever I need to. But
Adam Nutter. Let's do that.
come listen to the Cult of Us podcast. That's our promo.
Adam Nutter.
A DropTent Media Network podcast. Go to DropTent.com or search Cult of Us podcast on your favorite podcast platform.
This has been a DropTent Media production.